Before I started Thrive, I felt completely alone. I didn't feel like anyone felt the same as me. I shut myself away from my family, my friends. I didn't speak to people, and I turned to social media because I thought it would help. I followed pages that talked about suicide because I felt suicidal, and I thought that they understood, but I didn't. What I didn't realize was it made me worse. It made those thoughts more frequent, and then they got stronger, and I felt like I couldn't overcome it. And then my dad told me one of his work friends had done this program, the Thrive program, and she'd completely changed. She'd felt how I had before, and she just transformed. And he told me he wanted me to do it, and so he took me to see Anne for the first time, and I completely refused. I didn't think it was going to be the same as CAMS, which I'd been to before, that hadn't helped at all, and it just made me feel worse. So when my dad told me about this program, I thought it would just be the same as that, and so when I got there, I didn't want to cooperate. I was uptight, and I refused to do it. But something kind of told me that it was going to be different, that this was kind of my last resort option, and that if I didn't do this, it was CAMS or nothing, and I didn't want to do CAMS. So I tried it, and for the first few appointments, I was still sceptical, I was still uncooperative, and didn't want to commit to it. But then, working through the book, I got to the self-esteem and social anxiety chapter, and everything kind of fell into place at that point. I realised, like, this is how I felt. This was what I was dealing with, and that there were ways out of it, that it wasn't set in stone, that I wouldn't have to deal with it if I changed. And it taught me ways to change, and so just putting those into practice and completing my journal every day made me better in most ways, and made me realise that things can change, that it's not going to stay the same. You're not going to feel trapped and alone forever. And so just by the end of the programme, I was completely different. My family, my friends, they all noticed the change. They all said, "You're doing so much better." And I thought I was too. And I did look at myself and say, like, "You're completely different now. This isn't the Georgia that you were, but the Georgia that you are now." And it's been that way since. And I'm very happy with everything and how my life is and where I am. And yeah, I just couldn't be better.
So what did you do recently in London?
I went to the climate strike on the 15th of March in Parliament Square.
Why?
Because I want to fight for my future. I want to stand up. I want to get my voice heard, and to let people know that I'm here and I want things to change.